King of the Road Productions proudly presents a Boone and Ball episode of the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll air the conclusion of my exclusive with the legendary Pat Boone.
I have a little history with Beaumont. My parents invested in some oil wells in Beaumont when I was just a teenager, and we knew we were going to get oil rich, but it never happened. I don't know what happened, but I've never forgotten Beaumont.
We'll check out David Ball live at Honky Tonk, Texas. Sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources. We'll feature the Honky Tonk, Texas fabulous flashback. We'll also air the Southeast Texas debut of Sawyer Brown's new video as our King's Country music clip of the week from Nashville. And Kylie Fry will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Glenn's Express Collision. Howdy and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. I'm Jim King of the Road. Make plans now to join me at the Spring Fling Jeep Fest at Crystal Beach Fairgrounds in Crystal Beach, Texas on Saturday, March 2nd from 12 noon to 8 p.m. It's going to be a lot of family fun with a Jeep show, live music, and food vendors. And all the proceeds going to St. Jude Children's Hospital. For more information, call Matt at 409-550-4462. Also, I hope to see you at the Honky Tonk, Texas on Saturday, March 9th for Wayne Toops and Zyda Cajun Live. Get your tickets now at the Honky Tonk, Texas box office or online at honkytonktexas.us. Of course, we play Wayne Toops tunes on King's Country Internet Radio. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. King's Country streams the most magnificent country music mix on the planet 24/7. Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or in your vehicle with your Bluetooth connection. King's Country is streaming worldwide and crystal clear on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. And don't miss the nationally recognized and multi-award winning Jim King of the Radio show on King's Country at kingscountry.net. It rules.
Hey, grits, bestest food there is.
2 weeks ago, we kicked off my exclusive with the legendary Pat Boone and zoomed off to Beverly Hills, California.
King of the road.
Last week, Pat reminisced about his friendship with Elvis Presley. Yeah, I hear you were big competitors with Elvis, but actually became good friends, and I think you maybe even went to Graceland a time or two.
I did, not while he was there. My trips to Graceland have been since he left the building. A couple of the times at the annual, commemoration, I guess, of his birthday in August.
Well, you're keeping your legacy alive, and 70 years in the entertainment business now, known for your music, but also you're an author. You're an actor, been in about 12 Hollywood movies. Any writing or acting going on these days?
Oh, yes. Yeah, in fact, I've just done 2 movies, and I die in both of them.
Oh.
One is called The Mulligan, and it's done very well in theaters, but it did not have a big theatrical promotion, but it did well anyway, and it got awards in Canada in their film industry. The Inspirational Film of the Year, and I got Best Actor as a retired golf pro, and it has a gospel theme in it, and it's done very well. And then, of course, I just came from Minneapolis, where I've been playing Thomas Jefferson, our second president, who doubled the size of the United States with the Louisiana Purchase. And that's what it's Michael Medved wrote a book and now a script. I've also done another film I'm not supposed to talk about because it hasn't been publicized, that I have joined a really big cast in a film about a former president who I knew very well. But we haven't publicized the fact that I play a very unusual part in that film. So here I am at 89 and I just broke my hip, and that's why I'm sitting here in this chair right now.
Yeah.
But I'm recovering from it. And on a cane, I went on Mike Huckabee's show a couple of weeks ago and sang Grits and Closer Walk with Thee, although the show ran long in taping, so they haven't put that on yet. But the Red Foley song from this album, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, I did 3 of my father-in-law songs, or was it 4 Foley songs? Old Shep, you remember that great song, Old Shep? The Boy and His Dog. It makes you cry every time you hear it. It's Red Foley wrote it. It was about him and his dog Shep, about a boy having to face the possibility of having to put his boyhood chum away because he's too old to keep living. And that was the first song Elvis ever sang on a stage in high school, was Old Shep, Red Foley's song. So, of course, that's here in my Country Jubilee album. And I cry every time I hear it. It's that kind of a song. If you ever had a pet that you loved, then you'll love Old Shep in this album. But all these songs have histories, and with the artist Hank Williams, I do several Hank Williams songs, Cheating Heart, but we're already putting together a volume 2 of this because I've recorded actually probably more country songs than most country artists that you did nothing but country songs. But I kept doing them for the 70 years of my recording.
Well, you have a lot of fans here in Southeast Texas, where I'm calling you from. We're in the Golden Triangle, Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Orange. We've had our share of country stars from here. In fact, George Jones grew up around here. Tracy Byrd, Mark Chestnut, and Clay Walker. So we have a long legacy of country artists that emerged from here. And when I told people I was going to talk to you, they couldn't believe it. So you're definitely an icon.
Why they were surprised, they couldn't believe it. I've had people say, Pat Boone, I thought you had died.
Well, one person said that, and I corrected them. But I mean, speaking to you is like talking to an icon like Willie Nelson or Elvis if he was still alive. I mean, there's not many of you left.
Well, you know that Elvis, I think you probably know, Elvis was my opening act the first time we met.
Yeah, I read that.
In Cleveland at the Sock Hop, and he only had one record on Sun, and it was Blue Moon of Kentucky, Keep On Shining, a Bill Monroe song. Like it was rhythm and blues and didn't quite succeed. But then the other side of the record was That's All Right, Mama, That's All Right With Me. And the kids loved that, but they didn't know who he was. I liked what I heard that night, particularly when he sang the R&B song. But that night, they didn't know who he was, so he got a nice hand. He left the stage. I went on. I had 3 hit singles at that point that I had recorded just that year from March of 55 to October of 55. So I was headlining the Sock Hop. And when he left the stage, I went on. I got all the screams because they knew who I was at that point. And when I came off, he was gone. But the next time we met, we were both renting homes in Bel Air. We were doing movies at 20th Century Fox and adjacent studios. And we were 2 Tennessee boys, me, Nashville, him, Memphis. And we stayed friends, visited each other's homes. In our case, we bought a home and he visited, but he rented them. And so we stayed in touch and involved with each other, the rest of his life. I have a little history with Beaumont. My parents invested in some oil wells in Beaumont when I was just a teenager, and we knew we were going to get oil rich, but it never happened. I don't know what happened, but I've never forgotten Beaumont. Anyway, good to talk to you, man. Congratulations on your success, and I like your crown. You've earned it.
Well, thank you so much, Pat. And I love your hat, and I love your music. I love everything you're doing, and we're just going to keep supporting you here.
Okie doke. I'm going to do King of the Road on the next one.
Thank you, Pat. Let's talk again.
Okay, man. Thanks.
Thank you. This segment is sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources. When it comes to land clearing, dirt work, excavation, or custom ponds in Southeast Texas, there's only one name you need to know: Texas Construction Resources. Owner Tanner West and his very capable crew have the equipment and experience to handle any job. Give them a call at 409-782-6438. TCR also specializes in site prep, house pads, land clearing, demo, driveways, and much more. Call Texas Construction Resources in Tanner West, 409-782-6438. Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Sawyer Brown's new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. We'll also feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Kylie Fry will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Glenn's Express Collision on West Cardinal Drive in Beaumont. Next, we'll check out David Ball live at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the road.